Hello and welcome to Yarmouth Frame and Gallery. My name is Beth and I am here at the gallery today with Sheri Oliva. She is going to tell us what inspires her to paint.
Thanks, Beth. Hello. I guess I paint. I started painting kind of a few times a year when I had some strong emotion that I wanted to express.
Yes.
I felt like I needed. It would just sort of bubble up in me, and so I live in this incredibly beautiful state in Yarmouth, and so I would just kind of go off and find a beautiful place and paint it, and then take a picture of it and go back and just kind of keep reworking it until I kind of felt.
Would you say that was like a meditation for you to
Absolutely.
go out and kind of just release the energy?
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that's what kind of has nurtured that in me through these years. It's this sort of need to. It's almost like a need to connect.
You got to
with,
exercise it.
You have to exercise it, and sometimes you need. For me, I need to like physically meditate, and I think painting has kind of been that for me, and I'll just kind of be drawn back into it, very like needing to do it almost, until I get to a place where I feel like it's a particular painting. Like I'll sort of work it until I'm lost in it, and then until it sort of becomes alive.
That's very interesting. We talk a lot about losing track of time.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get into that, for me, it's kind of like channeling.
Mm-hmm.
You really you disappear and you become the painting. Is that how it feels for you?
Absolutely. And the timing on that, like how much time it takes with a particular painting, there's no formula.
There's no clock.
I don't have a formula. Yeah, like some people say to me, like, can I watch you paint? Can you show me? And I'm like, yeah, no, I can't.
Because what's your process?
It's very private, and it's very, I don't know, compulsive in a way. It's like I don't have this like routine about it in particular. It's just more of a need.
Very nice.
It's a need.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you write as well.
I write a bit, yeah.
I know a children's storybook,
Yes.
which I'll put in the description box below.
Yeah. That was, the children's book was really a way for, well, we had this thing happen to us when we lived on Munjoy Hill that was pretty unique and wonderful. And my husband Frank is an architect, and he's also a really good illustrator. And so for years we were like, hey, you should draw that. You should, let's make a book out of that. And so it was really propelled by his drawings, that book. And in fact, I wrote it as a very simple book because it was mostly sort of a vector for his drawings. And then he got into like a lot of drawings. I thought I pictured it like one per page, and then I'd come home and he'd have like a whole panel of So I had to
edit.
I had to do quite a bit of revising around his vision. So that was an interesting collaboration. I'm not super collaborative, I learned. I kind of like to do things. I can do that, but I think like with painting, like it's
answering
it's
a
very
different
personal.
need.
Yeah, it's very personal,
as it should be.
and it feels it's like a and one of the things that's really drawn me with the paintings is just what's happening to the environment. And I felt like instead of using words to express how I felt, if I could present something, and then I started posting them on Instagram, if I could present a beautiful image as like a counterbalance to some of the stuff that was happening that was degrading the environment, I felt like if that would just be my contribution to just put it out there without words, or maybe this is where this was, but other than that, just like it felt like a way of sort of counterbalancing.
Well, it's kind of like a tribute, where you can appreciate and then maybe even start to respect more whenever I'm out on a walk, I take a doggy bag with me, and I don't have a dog anymore, but I pick up trash.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Any little thing can help.
That's really interesting. And I think that since I started painting more, I'm on a leave of absence from teaching this year, and I've been painting a lot this year. And since I really have devoted myself a lot of my time to painting, a side benefit, I guess, is that I see things differently. Like over time, I'm noticing that what I see is different.
Wow.
Which has been like an incredible gift.
So it's like an awareness of your consciousness when you're within a place.
I think so.
Very nice.
I think so, yeah. So it's had, for me personally, it's had like tremendous benefits.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.